Greetings, glitter goddesses. It is Saturday, August 31st, and we are here to finish the Christmas in July, December daily book as much as it can be finished until I have my December photos. So we're gonna, I just did the back cover, and now we're gonna do the front cover. So I'm gonna grab some of my embellishments. I do have these cute little holly pieces. I also have these stamps we could do something with. Oof, it's pouring down rain. And then I also have a bunch of words that I could use. I like this. It's the most wonderful time of the year. But I don't know that I want to use these too much. I'm kind of thinking I might want to do something simple, like just do 1, 2, 3, 4 of these stamps in a grid, and then maybe put some kind of title, like just 2019 in thickers. What do you guys think about the stamp grid idea? I like this stocking. I like this candy. I like this ornament. Yeah, I think this might be, I think this might be the way to go. And then just put a 2019 thickers. I wonder if I should do little holly leaves. Like just tucked here and there. Put the lime into coconut. Now see, now. I don't like these leaves. I think we just do the stamps and a 2019. A 2019. I'm so susceptible to songs. Oof. So I'm going to put tape all the way around the edges of these, and then what I do is I hole punch out the little stamp areas with a 1/8 inch hole punch and then cut them clean. And that is a quick way to cut out stamps like this, instead of trying to use your scissors to get around every nook and cranny of the stamp. But, and I'll go into my hoard of thickers and find a good alphabet set to use for the 2019, something really pretty. And we normally have classes on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. And there's always a time zone converter below in the video description of my live show. If you're watching on a tablet or a phone, you need to switch from showing the chat to showing the video description to click that time zone converter. But it's all there for you. And what we're currently doing in class is we're working on my Split Decision album. And it's going very well, I think. I'm really happy with how well it seems to be going. And a lot of people are staying with me, like not getting behind, and posting their pages in the Facebook group, which is great. So I'm going to use the 1/8 inch side of the where's my 1/8? I have a 1/8 inch hole punch, don't I? Somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So these hole punches, these office style hole punches, they have a confetti catcher on the back. And if you can, and be careful with this, put something in between your finger and it. If you're strong enough, you can kind of sometimes snap this off. Some of them don't want to come as easily as others, so I guess not. But that can help you see through these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get something underneath it to pry it off. There we go. Barbara Jean, do you want one now? Should I get one, Barbara Jean? I need someone to tell me, someone who knows about cutting machines to tell me if I should get a Sky Cut. Just command me, because I'm really at a point where I just can't take it anymore with the Scan and Cut. And if this thing is gonna do it, then, and it's not gonna piss me off and make me want to throw it across the room, and it's just gonna work. I've always heard extremely good things about Click and Cut as a company. We should both get one? Okay, good. Because then I'll have someone who can answer my questions and teach me. All right, so the reason I took the time to rip the back off this one is because I don't have to pull the paper piece out every time like I do with the We Are Memory Keepers one. I can just bang it on my desk and it'll come out. Do I just need the baby sky cut, right? That's what I was thinking. Is it really going to trace things for me? Because I really need something that's really going to trace things and not be a pain in the patoot. Okay, so then once you get it to this point where it looks all raggedy like this, then you just come back through with your scissors and you just cut it flush, and now it looks like a stamp. All right. Okay, everyone. Barbara Jean's going to do research on the sky cut and see if she can save us all from the scan and cut. So yeah, yanking the confetti catcher off an office supply style punch makes it easier than trying to dig paper out of the crocodile. Brother would probably be peeved. I know that you could be like, look, I'm just helping you, okay? But they would still just probably be like, we don't need help. We're a perfect corporation. We don't make mistakes. And I taped it before I started punching. So the tape goes all the way around. All right, well, I'm glad you think the sky cut at least looks promising enough to research, because when I looked it up, it did sound like it was actually going to do what it said, but I couldn't find a lot of reviews from real world people, you know, because like I said, it's mostly for manufacturing. So there aren't a lot of like consumers online talking about them. It also looked like it might even be able to cut chipboard and stuff, which is super, super useful as well, because not all of these machines can cut chipboard. But it did look like it could cut chipboard. Maybe. I'm really regretting this decision about the stamps now, because while I think it would be super cute, I don't know that I want to keep doing this. You know? Because I've only gotten one done. But it is really cute. So, let me think. I can always come back to the stamps if I can't find something else. But let's look at the cards and see if there's anything I can cut out, like a snowman or anything like that. My only problem with this snowman is this flourish, because the let it snow is attached to the flourish. And this happy holidays could be useful. So I could layer that snowman over the happy holidays. Okay, or that even. Kind of. Ah, here's a snowman by himself. So what I'm kind of thinking as I go here is that I'm going to make a frame and put a little scene of things inside the frame. And these are some of the things that I'll put inside the frame. So I want to make a square frame, and I know that my cover's 5 inches. So I think if I do a 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch frame, then that's gonna work. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make the frame out of wood grain paper. So let me get a piece of brown, dark brown wood grain paper. If I have a piece of it, which I think I probably do. Yeah, here it is. All right. So I have this piece. This is an embossed wood grain paper. It's the same color cardstock approximately that I used for my pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 1/2 inch strips of it. I only need 2. And then I'm going to use my 45-degree angle scissors to make a 45-degree angle on the ends. Oops. Then what's going to happen is, oops, I did, all right, I'm going to have to do another one. They're going to come together like so to make a corner. All right, so they're going to look like a picture frame. So now I'm going to take a 4 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch piece of cardstock, and we're going to build our little scene on that. And I want to use either the musical notes or the newsprint from this. It's just a question of which one I have the right amount of, and I think I don't have enough of the newsprint. The newsprint, I have 4 1/4, which is not enough. It has to be 4 1/2. So the musical notes is what we will use. And you can do 4 1/4, you can do 4 3/8. It just has to be, whatever you do, has to be smaller than 4 1/2. So I'll do 4 3/8. All right, so here's my little vignette. So let's see what we'll put. So I'm going to cut this out. And okay, so Barbara Jean has come back with a little bit of research on the sky cut, and it looks like it is primarily for cutting vinyl, but it does appear as though it will cut some cardstock and chipboard shapes. But it may not be able to scan images from cardstock, which would mean that it would not solve my problem with the brother. Meh. And then I'm going to punch this hole with my 1/4 inch hole punch. What scan and cut do I have? 2. Which is supposed to be the good one. Maybe I have a lemon. Do I have a lemon scan and cut? Okay. So that would go about here. And again, just to get an idea, you know, then it would get framed out like so. And we would, you know, and I'd want this so it looks like it was under the frame, and then put something else here. This is what I'm going for at this point. Well, I did learn that you can increase the number of colors to get a better scan, and that did help on one page, but then on the next page it was back to being a jerk face again. So I don't know if that page was just lucky. What do you think? Should we do the Snowman or the Gingerbread Man? Gingerbread Man. We have used the Snowman already today, so... Oh no, we used a tree today. But the Snowman's in the book. He definitely is in the book. But I don't know that the Gingerbread Man is. Okay. When I'm cutting things, I like to keep my cutting arm straight. And turn my non-cutting arm. So rather than trying to twist my wrist, I'm twisting the paper into the path of the blade. I haven't cleaned the mirror. I didn't know it had a mirror, and I didn't know that you could change it to whether it was or was not cutting the inside of things. So I don't know anything really. Just assume that I don't know anything. It's a fluke that I knew that thing about the colors. All right, what do we think about this under the frame? So it would look like this. No to the stamp. Yeah, it just looks like it's hanging out for no reason. But then it feels like we need something. Do we maybe need a tree? Or do we also need a snowman? I don't think we also need a snowman. At least not that snowman. This snowman? A sentiment? I mean, the other thing we could do is I could do just the Happy Holidays. I would cut it off the stripe and have it in the frame. Or honestly, we could leave it on the stripe. Should we just do this? Yes, we should just do this. That did look the best, didn't it? It did look the best. All right, let's go with Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays seems to be winning by a mile, so let's just go with that. So I'm going to stick the Happy Holidays down to this base page. You know, maybe we can put them on the inside front cover, just kind of being cute. I think I'm going to put the date across the bottom of the frame. All right, so now I need to make a gonna flip it over and cut it flush, and then put this in my scissor, in my 45-degree angle scissor. And then I can stick this down with, I'm going to use a liquid glue. Okay. And then same thing up here. I'm going to put this in place, hold it, and then flip it over and cut it. And put it into my 45-degree angle trimmer. This scissor isn't new, but it's not, I don't use it all the time. It's called, oh, I always forget what it's called. It's for cutting quarter round. I'll look it up to find out exactly. It's a tool you can get at like Home Depot or places like that. It's for cutting the quarter round. It's for flooring. And it cuts the quarter round that they use to hold the floating floors down. Or some, I think is what it's for. But it's really easy to cut 45-degree angles. You do have to watch your thumb down here, but I'll look up what it's called as soon as I'm done. It can cut more than 45-degree angles. 45 is just what I have it set on. No, that was wrong. That's okay. I can still save it. Miter shears. Thank you, Donna. Yes, these are called miter shears. Nope, that didn't work. I couldn't save it. Okay. Yeah, they're not expensive on Amazon, but if you like need them today, you can get them from tool stores, hardware stores. Miter shears is what they're called. And because I messed up, I am going to need 3 pieces of this, of this 1/2 inch strip instead of just 2. So I'm going to have to cut another one. And here where I have a little bit of the paper peeking out in the corner, I'm just going to take a pen and color it in. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I need one more strip, or I have to put something here to cover it up. Like a gingerbread man? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, this pair doesn't have a changeable blade. So don't get one like this where it's actually a scissor. Get one where you screw a razor blade onto it, because that way when this gets dull, you can replace it with a razor. You can replace the razor blade. Yeah, I didn't know when I bought them that there was going to be another way to, another type to get. But Donna's right. Get the kind where you screw a blade in and out of it. All right, so I have to mount our little man. We have to mount him on like a piece of lightweight chipboard so that he can, he'll be stiff enough to survive on the front cover. All right, so let me get a piece of lightweight chipboard. The recycling bin can be a good resource for lightweight chipboard. Always squeeze your glossy accents bottle after you're done. See how, I don't know if you can see a glob of glossy accents shot out of it. That keeps the nozzle clear, so it doesn't get clogged. Okay, so the frame is done, and this is what it's going to look like on the front cover. Now, will we still be able to get under there? All right, I want to, what do I want to do? I think I want to make these bigger. And I want to make these strings longer. All right, so I'm gonna let that guy, the gingerbread man, dry, and I'm gonna expand this circle to make it bigger. I'm gonna punch a 1.5 inch circle punch out of craft cardstock, I think. Yeah, we'll just cut it out of craft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch circle, punch a 1/4 inch circle first. And then line that 1/4 inch circle up in the center of my piece as best I can. I need 4 of these. Okay, now the way that I'm going to get these on my piece is I'm going to cut a slit in them and I'm hoping that I can use that to get around, but maybe I can't. Okay, oh, I think I'm gonna have to cut the slit like all the way through. And then let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, yes. So that's what I need to do. So I need to cut almost all the way through. Okay. Now this was 1.5, yeah. So I'm going to take a 1 1/4 inch and pattern paper. I'm going to take pattern paper and do the same thing. Gonna punch with the 1/4 inch punch, and then punch with the 1 1/4 inch punch. And then in the end, this is going to end up looking kind of like a flower. Okay. So I'm going to ink all the way around these. And what I'm going to be doing here basically is I'm trying to make the buttons bigger to make it easier to get the thread underneath them. To twist. So I've noticed that because I don't have enough lip to make it easy. So I'm going to cut almost all the way through one of these. And then I'm going to put the slit at the bottom. And I cut through this from the side. I'm going to cover it in liquid glue. And then hopefully when I slide it on, it'll work. I don't think it is though. It won't go all the way around. Oh no, there we go. Nope, this is not working. All right, well, fine. I thought I could address an issue, but apparently I cannot. Okay, so if you want to clean your scan and cut glass, there's a video on YouTube called Cleaning the Scan and Cut Glass. I'm going to be honest, I would rather throw the scan and cut in the trash than clean its glass, because the thing is such a piece of crap that I am not gonna jump through 32 hoops to try and get it from working the way that I want 20% of the time to working the way that I want 30% of the time. So I think, no, I think I'm just not gonna do that. And the reason why I refuse to clean the Scan and Cuts glass is because mine never worked well from the moment it came out of its box. So unless they're shipping these with dirty mirrors, in which case screw them anyways, or it's trash. So I don't know which it is, but either way, it's brother's fault. And I shouldn't have to jump through a bunch of hoops to make their product actually work. And it should not arrive dirty. So, yeah. I mean, I appreciate that that video exists and that people are trying to be helpful. But I don't appreciate the company of Brother and their garbage machine. And yeah. What was dumb, Kimberly? Oh, I get, okay, you were trying to type I'm surprised, and then I see, I get it. I'm surprised they would make such an inferior product. I am too. Now, there have been people who said it's not supposed to be like that. You can call Brother, and that they might send you a new one that actually works. And I mean, maybe so, you know, but I'm just, look, I've said it a bunch of times that I've never had an electronic cutter that worked as advertised. And because of that, I hate them. I mean, just like, really hate electronic cutters. Just in general. And so, I just don't feel inclined to make their stuff work for them at all. And it just seems like, I don't know if Brother, like I said, I've had a Cricut also. I've had a Sizzix Eclipse. I've just never been blown away, ever, by an electronic cutter. All right, so we're starting to fix some problems, and I'm, of course, creating other problems as I fix some of these problems. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have the kind of closure I was originally thinking of having. I'm going to just put the frame centered with my Gingerbread Man. I used a button shank remover to cut the brads off. And I'm going to do magnets instead, and I'll show you how. I'm going to do them at this late stage because the cover is already done. How am I going to get the magnets in there? I'll show you. I have an idea. All right, so we've got that. Let me put one in the center just as well here. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my corner chomper. Not my corner chomper, my corner chomper. And I'm going to chomp a 1/4 inch hole out. Okay. All right. Now I have these magnets here that are 3/8 of an inch. So they fit perfectly in a 1/4 inch hole. All right. And I'm now going to put a little piece of tape on top of them. And then we're going to put the frame on top of that to cover it all. All right, burnish very well. And then stick down our happy little gingerbread man. Okay. And now this gingerbread man, I'm going to press him just a little bit here. All right. To get him to stay in place. So now what we need to do with the book, now that I have completely destroyed the cover, is we need to cover this inside area with something that's going to cover those magnets. And I mean, it can be something as simple as a card. So like this Have a Holly Jolly Christmas might be really... Oh no, it's the most wonderful time of the year. None of them do it all. Well, that... What if you just want one that does it all, huh? Huh? All right, so this isn't going to work there because it's a little bit too big. We need something more square. We do have a few pieces of square. All right, so we can put this piece in Joy there. All right, so it's gonna get fixed. Yay! Fixing is happening. Okay. All right. So with this one, I'm going to put a 1-inch piece of tape on the edge where the you're waiting for me? Well, then you're going to be waiting forever. Sorry. I don't have a mechanical engineering background, unfortunately. I mean, the Brother Scan and Cut would be fine if it actually worked, is what I'm saying. Like, that's the problem with the Brother, is that it doesn't work. It just does not work. And I mean, to the degree that I just don't understand. Not that I think I'm too stupid to use it, but I mean, when I'm using it the way it's intended to be used, it just is like, no, I'm not going to cut out something with a black outline. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, why? It's like, why would you want to do that anyway? I mean, it's only your job. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now we have this Peace and Joy. So this is where I think we can put our 2019. Let me get some pretty thickers. Dun, dun, dun. All right, bin of thickers. All right, I think these will be cute. Do I have a 2019? I do. I do have a 2019. Ooh, or gold. No, red. Wait, I just put magnets here. If I put thickers there, that's not going to work. So let's think about, they need to go on the front cover. What do you guys think at the top? Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do it there. I like them kind of spaced very widely apart like that too. Makes it look a little bit more interesting. All right. So what I'm gonna do is put glossy accents on these to help them stick, because the adhesive that comes on thickers is not sufficient for being on the front cover. Yeah, I like them really spaced out. Okay, so that's that. This is just gonna sit this like so for just a bit. Oof. Yep, my Christmas book is finished, aside from the pictures, in August of 2019. My Christmas 2019 book is done in August of 2019. So that's fairly impressive. Fairly impressive. Now we just have to continue fixing the cover here, because the cover is not completely repaired yet. Ugh, why are you being okay? So okay, all right, now that that's had a chance to sit, we're going to work on the other cover. All right, so we need to figure out, you know, where exactly do we want these other magnets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the magnets on my book. And then I'm going to put glue dots on the magnets. All right. Then let me show you how I'm going to line this up. So I'm going to line up the back cover on one line. I'm going to line the front cover up on the same line on my mat. All right, line this up on the same cover on my mat and then press them into place, the magnets. All right, so now I see where they are. I'm going to take a pen and draw around them. Or where they need to be. I'm going to pop them up with my fingernail and stick them back over on the other side on their little place where they live. Get my 1/4 inch chomper and then punch out that circle that I just drew. Okay, so now that I've done that, now the magnets can go back down into where they live. Open it up. Got to press them into place. Okay, now all we're going to do to camouflage them here is put a flat circle of cardstock that matches this and a flat circle of this pattern paper, so it looks like 4 buttons, but with only 2 of them being raised. Okay? And that will camouflage them here, and then to camouflage them here, we'll just put some cute stuff. And then we'll have changed it from a twisty tie cover to a magnetic cover. And then that'll be really cute. And so we've solved the problem, and I think it's actually cuter. Check the polarity. You think my polarity is messed up? Nope, we're good. They're snapping on. They're sticking, actually. They're still, they came out, so they are good. It is a good idea to check your polarity, guys. It is a very good idea to check your polarity. All right. Thank you, Donna, for the compliment on the book. Now we just have to remember what size these are. Were these were 3/4 and 1, right? 3/4 and 1 inch. Let me just punch a scrap here and see if I've got the sizes right. Yes, they were 3/4 and 1 inch. Okay. So 1 inch out of craft and 3/4 out of the red polka dot. Donna Gowan, this book I created completely live on camera. On my YouTube channel, there's a playlist of all the shows, all the measurements and everything you need to make one yourself are all in that Christmas in July playlist on my channel. If you want to make one. We're getting ready for the holidays. Early. I'm very, very early, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being early. Because when the holidays come around, I'll be done already. All I have to do is take pictures and collect memorabilia, and then after the holidays, stick them in the book. So with this, I'm just going to glue these to the circles, and then I'm going to glue the circles to the magnets. So this is just a 3/4 inch piece of pattern paper getting glued to a 1 inch circle of pattern paper. Okay. Now, we just need to cover them from the back. And that will finish this off. So I think this might be where the most wonderful time of the year comes into play. Yes. And we'll use that. And then we'll just have one more thing to do with some twine, and we'll be good to go. And I'll just do another flip through, and I'll do a final review on YouTube as well, just as a normal video, not as a live class, for people who just want to see just the video, just the thing itself. Okay, so we're going to take tape and stick it over, and then over those, and then we'll put the tape on here as well. And because this is holding magnets down, I want to make sure it's mostly covered in tape. And then we're going to burnish this into place. And that way the magnets are now totally enclosed. Okay? So it's like it never happened. It's like... There it is. There's that book. So now the question is, what do we do with these? They're the only remnant of our previous cover. So I am going to get some twine. And here's what we're going to do. Gonna tie let me give myself a little bit more wiggle room here. Just tying a square knot. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off this short little bit here. Or I'm not going to cut off the short bit. Just going to I'm going to try and squeeze under. Now, how do I want to tie this off? All right, new idea. I'm going to do it so that I have 3. Okay. All right, so now that I have, let me get it tighter. Okay. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Get it nice and tight. And then we'll tie these again in another square knot, right over left, or left over right, now right over left. Okay, now we'll cut this off. Okay. So now there's just that added little bit of twine that adds a little bit of interest there. And then I want to pull this underneath, just one side of it. And I want to tie a bow. So I'm going to knot it first, just in a simple knot. And then I'll tie a little bow. And then we'll trim these. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull it. Can I pull it down on the string? No, because I tied my original knot too tight. Okay. Now, to keep this from unraveling, once you get it perfect, take a dab of glue, put it on your finger, and dab it on the knot so that it will not pull undone. So that'll keep the knot from unraveling. There, now it looks like everything was on purpose and designed this way from the beginning. So even though this is nothing like what it looked like originally, and the closure is totally different functionally, but it's so cute. We did it. We did it. We finished our December daily, and it is not even September. It is not even September. So we're ready to go. I'm going to flip through it again one more time so we can see it. And here is our 2019 December daily. We are ready for our photos at this point. Made out of the Michaels paper bags and whatever supplies you have at home. It's got a magnet closure, so you just pull the front cover apart. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So what we've done is on each of the bags, we've put some pattern paper and a number. And inside the bags, we've put these. These hold 3x4 cards or 3x4 photos on that closure piece. And then more photos, 4x6, 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 okay? So each of these inserts can hold maximum 4 4x6 and 2 3x4 photos if you want to, but they can also hold journaling spots, memorabilia, whatever you want to stick in them. And there's only right now one insert per bag, and there's plenty of room to grow. So you can put additional memorabilia in the bags, 4x6 photos in the bags, additional inserts like this in the bags. As you can see, there's plenty of room. So you still have room to grow. So that's 1, 2, and then we have 3 and 4, and then here we have pockets, okay, for things like small tickets, receipts, anything little that you don't want to get lost in the large bags can go in these pockets. And then 5, 6, 7 over here and 8 over here. And again, there's an insert in the bag for every day. So you have room for at least 6 photos per day. You can also put Instagram square photos, you know, here on these pages, or little 3x4 ones on these pages. 9, 10, 11, which I love. We cut out those ornaments. It was very painstaking, but it looks so cute. 12. And then more of these little pockets if you need additional space for tickets, receipts, anything small. 13, 14, 15, and 16. And again, you can put photos here or not, because you have so much room in the bags that you can just leave these looking pretty if you want to. 17, 18, and then 19, 20, more tiny pockets, more cards, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then December 25th, flips open, flips down, and you can have a bunch of 4x6 photos inside. Again, this whole project I did for free on my channel. All the instructions are in the playlist, and the playlist starts at the beginning. So it starts with the oldest videos and it works its way chronologically. So you just press the first video on the playlist and then just keep going, and you'll see everything. You'll see everything. Nothing was done off camera, so you've got all of the info, and then we'll snap it back into place and it sits on your shelf like so, looking cute. And you can see how much room we have here on the spine and in between the pages. You can see that we've got room to grow because the spine isn't even totally straight at this point. So we are definitely have room to grow in this album. You definitely see how when I squeeze the sides in, you see that there's room to expand. So you have everything you need to get your December daily done well before the holidays now. Just these are the Michael the Michaels paper bags. You get them at Michaels, and they are, you just need one bag to make this book because you need 12 bags and they come 12 to a bag. So you just need one pack. And that's it. We did it. We did it. We finished our Christmas in July project series, and we finished it in August. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't finish it in September. We didn't finish it in September. So that's all that I was like, I can't drag this out till September. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of when I go live. Join the Glitter Gang and chat with us for fun projects. Normally I broadcast on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to check us out when we're live and crafting. And as soon as I think of what the next super sneaky project will be, then we'll start doing these surprise streams again. So thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep the people affected by Hurricane Dorian in your thoughts and prayers, please. And I will see you on Thursday. Bye now.